E lascio lo stage al presidente Red Hat Europa, Hans Roth.
Nice show. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, everyone. And now you need to switch to English a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. But that's the language I can do. Look, before I start, I wanted to say something which I think is very important to me and gives me the excitement of being here today in person again. People very often ask me, what makes you work for Red Hat and what's so special in Red Hat? And I have to say, when I see this crowd here, we see everybody standing, I see the people outside, that's exactly what makes me exciting for Red Hat. It's all about you. It's all about you believing in our technology, working with us together, and being with us here, back again in person, so it's wonderful. So thank you for coming and for spending a good part of the day with us here today. Looking forward to that. Now let's take a look a little bit into that. More than a decade ago, Mark Andreessen announced that software is eating the world. Looking fast forward and where we are today, we see that it has only accelerated. It has only accelerated with the pandemic. It has only accelerated with the way we're working every day. And frankly, every company today is a software company. But not just software is eating the world. It is open source that is having software for breakfast. So this is where we are today, and this brings us to our new normal. So let's talk about the elements of the new normal. Innovation. Innovation is necessarily what drives open source, and open source drives innovation. And developers are at the linchpin between innovation and software and open source. So it is absolutely important for us. But at the same time, it is not only that we are developing open source, but all that needs consistency. The best development is nothing when it's not about consistently driving and bringing that forward in terms of having a secure, a stable environment in order to do that. The question of today is not only if I should do open hybrid cloud. The question is, how do I take the most out of open hybrid cloud? So with that, it is not option. Hybrid is the reality of the day. So across all of these needs, however, security is the one key thing we are all looking at. So your best software supply chain is nothing when it's not secured. A very important other point of looking at. And Red Hat? So where's Red Hat? That's not a new concept for Red Hat. Actually, our products are deriving from exactly that motion and the reality we are living in, computing in an open hybrid world. It starts with the foundation of RHEL, Red Hat Enterprise Linux. This is the leading Linux platform companies across all of the environments. Then it extends upwards to OpenShift, OpenShift as a plane for development, for developers to drive further application innovation wherever necessary. And this choice of flexibility is built into our technologies. It's not an add-on we are building on top of it. It's part of the DNA of Red Hat's technology. So this is why we say that Red Hat is the leader in open hybrid cloud technologies. We create for the future. We create for the near. We create in order to be able to drive the innovation all of you need and all of you need to take care of. This is why the linkage between the now and the future is what makes us truly adapt to the new normal we are looking at. So what's happening in your environment? What are the two key things you, as an organization, are thriving for in terms of driving innovation? Think about it. Well, every industry has some critical areas IT organizations are going for. Let's look at a couple of them. Public sector. Public sector is in a permanent pressure of delivering new services to clients, to citizens, new services to drive more education, more life standards in the cities. So all of these, we are sitting in between all of the areas. I don't speak Italian, but I heard Rudy talking about the funds, the development funds, the recreation funds that are given out. That's a massive opportunity in order to do things differently for the future. Create smarter and greener cities. Looking at all the elements across of this in terms of cybersecurity and risk management, digital sovereignty, legacy, modernization of applications which are out there, which from a office support needs to go into a web-based citizens customer. We're talking not about users, we're talking about customers in the future. Customers driving those self-made decisions. I can say personally that I have seen, only in the city where I live in, a tremendous shift into digital over the last couple of years. Things which were never seen possible are happening today. But also take a look at the EU legislation, which lawmakers, which are going to. Red Hat, we are very active, and we continue to be very active to drive the open source environment, the open source principles inside of the legislation there. Let's take a look at banking industry. The banking industry is just in the middle of a tech revolution every day. Everything is online. You pick up your phone, you go into the area of doing your banking transactions. Who is going to a bank every day in order to do your transactions? Who's filling in a form? Nobody's doing it. Look at security aspects around this as well. Absolutely important areas. Looking at what we all need, cars. Data is becoming the new fuel of cars. Cars are becoming IoT platforms. Car makers are becoming integrators of very different software. Real-time AI/ML is driving our car. My car is telling me when people are standing in the way and gives me an alert. Think about that. Telecommunications, as always. In the telecom, the digital transformation we are driving in telecommunications, and we're seeing the drive today, is just tremendous. The move from developing an environment of a telco cloud in order to operate everything, in order to drive content to clients instead of subscribers, is a very important shift we're looking at. Every retail company becomes an IA/ML. You want to know what your customers are doing. Retailers are delivering 5 times, 6 times, 7 times new collections a year just based on the way their customers are behaving. So you need all of this environment in order to understand how it's going. This is where we are going. So, it's a lot of intake, huh? Sorry for that. I told you it's not going to be easy, and in the wrong language, but I have somebody to help me showing you how can we help you in order to drive that digital journey and the digital reality. And I'm super excited to announce Udo Urbancic, who is our technology sales leader in EMEA and go-to-market leader on stage here to tell you a little bit about that.